Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing off part of my comic book collection, and if that sounds interesting, stick around for this video and as well as part 2 and any other videos I make in the future, okay? If that's good with you and you like the video, please like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you. This is a recent Harley Quinn issue, number 60, and as soon as I saw the cover, I just knew I had to get it for a special someone. Some of the art, I don't know, I love the style, that's what I mean to say. I hope it's good, and I should read it before I give it to my partner, but I will, okay? Putting it out there now, I've not read some of these, like a good amount. More than a couple I've not read, and I'm gonna fix that, okay? I hear you. I'm gonna fix that. Web of Spider-Man. This is part of the mini-series. I say mini and it's like 6 issues of a story. This is the last issue in that story, and so I didn't know that when I got the comic it was part of a lot, but I know that now, so I'm probably gonna make a video on that series, and I'll read all of them, talk about them. Hopefully it's good. Next one is The Amazing Spider-Man. I love that he's not even on the cover. But this was a fun little read. I didn't really understand what was going on. I kind of do now after reading it, but it's like an interesting point in Spider-Man in the comics. I really love this cover, and I hope to get that one, the green one. I hope to get that one someday, because I mean, look at it. I'm a sucker for like full art comic covers like this like even in Pokemon cards. I love that. I just love art. Guilty. Next one, Superman the Man of Steel. I've not read this one. I know the characters from my Adventures of Superman, and everyone knows Superman as well, so I don't like the paper quality or like the texture of it, it's not glossy. It's like, it feels like actual paper, like an older book, but this is like the 2000s, and it's not that much of a big deal. It's just the way I prefer comics, but I will give this a read someday soon. Now for a big one here. I got this on a recent trip, Superman and Spider-Man collab. This is such a great book. I don't even know what to say. Like, you probably already know how good this book is. This is the back. Dan Mora, beautiful artist. I'll show this panel here. Like, all of the art in the book is so good. I loved all the mini stories as well, a part of it. Just all of them. Peak. What can I say? Like, I can't even put it in words. I don't want to talk like too much about these books, because maybe I want to make a video on them or something other than this one. I'm just here to say, like, this is a great book. I recommend getting it. It's Superman and Spider-Man. What more could you want? Like, that's all there is to say. Here is my first absolute Batman book, which is the Annual, and what a great book as well. Batman beating up some people who deserved to get beat up. If you know, you know. The whole story is him like helping the less fortunate, and people, like helping people who are being discriminated against, and so he beats up the people who are discriminating them, and then at the end he kind of like realizes to like beat up bad guys, but how, like, where's the line? And I think at the end of the book he figures that out. I don't know, I still need to keep reading Absolute Batman. I'm somewhere in the Mr. Freeze section, like 7 or 8, but I will keep reading it because all of it's been amazing so far, and you have my word on that. Speaking of a great book as well, Batman from Jorge Jimenez. and Matt Fraction. This is the book that got me back into comics, really, into like buying them and just like down the rabbit hole again. Such a beautiful book. It really is. I love this story. It's Killer Croc breaks out of Arkham, and his mental state is like completely deteriorated to the point where he's like a child at this point. And for like his mental being so destroyed at this point, he's still pretty smart. The way Batman sits down and talks with him instead of like beating him up, which is a good change, a nice change of pace for Batman. It's just a sweet story. I'd recommend reading this one. You don't have to read the whole run. There's 8 issues out right now, I think. Yeah, close to there. But if you're gonna read any issue from this book, read that one. Here's another new book that came out recently, Batwoman. I love this cover. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to get it. Even if the book was like mid or something, I was still gonna get it for the cover, because I just love this art. I don't know anything about Batwoman. I never really have. Just that she's related to Batman. I don't know if that's like all through canon, but it's in one of the canons. And seeing her like in therapy and talking about her relationship with her sister, which is not very great, if you read the book, but I learned a couple things about her that I didn't know before, and I'm really glad. I don't think I've read the second book. No, I don't think I have, but there is the second issue out, and so I will be reading that as well soon, okay? I'm sorry if I'm licking my lips or like being me. This is just how I am. But anyway, this is issue of Batman. This might be one of the first appearances of Jason Todd, or no, sorry, Tim Drake, if not the first. And I know it's kind of like an infamous cover, as it should be, because, you know, it's a nice cover. All the spiders crawling up on Batman and him being hanging upside down. The Scarecrow there. For the longest time, I thought he was like facing the other way, but no, his face is just like blank, like there's nothing there. So I guess he's just seeing through the potato sack or whatever. Moving on. This is an issue of Batman Beyond. I got this years ago when I was younger because, as everyone should, I love Batman Beyond. And I just saw this, I was like, oh, I have to get it. It's Batman Beyond. It's Batman Beyond. And, you know, actually reading the book, it's quite different from the show, which is good and bad. But I've not read any of the rest of the run, and I'm kind of curious to see what it's about anyway. But do something with Terry, please. Please. Animation, live action movie. Put me in the movie. Please. Please! Do something with my man. He deserves it. He's a great character. Here we have another Batman. This, if you couldn't tell, this was like a whole DC, mainly Batman box. And this is one of my brother's first Batman books, or first comic books in general. This is nice art. He completely like messed up the front cover, so I had to do this, which was kind of a bit of work, but I fixed it instead of just throwing it away, which, you know, reuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. I don't know why I'm saying that. Just like, it's better than, you know, buying another issue of the book when I already have a perfectly good one here. I guess that does make sense then. I don't think I've read that one actually, so I do need to read that one too. Here's a Batman Day issue of The Batman Who Laughs. It's a special edition, and I mean, you know about The Batman Who Laughs. Everyone probably does at this point. He was a thing, and then he was too satirized, and then people got tired of him, as they should. He's a cool character in concept, but they did too much with them, you know? I used to like the book more when it came out, but now it's just like, it was fun while it lasted, you know? Dark Knights of Steel, this is another book. This is where, like, they're medieval and really unique time period for superheroes, especially DC. You never see that. You know, it's an interesting concept, and maybe I should go and read the series, because I read that issue, but I've not read the series. Here we are with Batman and a collab with what used to be one of the greatest games of all time. Look how they massacred my boy. It's a fun book. I'm ever since I said that, I'm just thinking, Fortnite, what happened? You know, it used to be so cool, so goated, and now it's just slop. I'm sorry. Another book I think is fun. You don't need to read it, but like if you like Fortnite or Batman in any way, it's a good read. Here we are with Batman Rebirth, the first issue. I got this out of a pack at Walmart, and it's a fun book because it's superheroes who aren't bat related in Gotham. You know, that's a huge shocker. That's not like a thing that happens or exists. I remember liking this read. You know, the other heroes in the front show up at the very end, and that's about all I know about Rebirth. I know there's mixed feelings about the Rebirth Batman run. I wouldn't know. I've not read it. Take a shot every time I say that, or maybe don't. Your choice. Here's a like Halloween cover of Batman and Superman. I've always really liked this cover because of how goofy it is. Insert like all the wolf memes you want right here. But I don't even know why this happened. It's just Batman and Superman, like Superman's evil. I think he was taken over by the devil or something. I don't remember too much. But I think Lois was flirting with Batman, or if not doing more than that. I think they switched to girls. Kind of freaky. Here we have the issue of Batman. This was the other comic that my brother owned. Thankfully, he didn't mess this one up. I've unfortunately not read this one either. Here we have the Batman Strikes, based off of the 2004 comic book, or forgive me, animated TV show. I literally dressed up as this version of Batman as a kid. One of the best versions. I'm not gonna put it in a ranking because that's just like the most difficult thing ever, but an amazing show that everyone should watch at some point. It's a fun little mini story. Doesn't adapt anything from the show. It's its own separate story, which is nice. Yeah, read it if you want. Here we have Batman. This is part of the Wedding series, prelude to the wedding. They could have been married and they could have been happy, but DC decided to fumble the ball, which they don't do that often compared to Marvel. I don't even remember why Hush and Nightwing are fighting. I think Hush is just jealous. He's got no bitches. I really don't know, and I don't really care either. What I do care about is Red Hood, Jason Todd. Amazing character. I've loved him for years. You know, before the Arkham games, I saw Batman and the Red Hood, and what a beautiful, beautiful animated movie. It's top 3, and it isn't 3 of like animated DC movies, you know? If you've seen the movie, you know. But this is Red Hood pretty much after his beef with Batman, you know, that whole thing. He's just doing his own thing, and he's with Red Speedy. I'm gonna call him Speedy. That's not his name. And Starfire for some reason. But this is a fun read. I really do like that book. Maybe I'll go back. Maybe I'll go and read the series as well, because I know people do like that one. Now here we have the two comics that, excuse me, started it all for me. Batman issue 350, I think. 305, I'm sorry. And Batman 446. These were my two first comic books ever. I got these over a decade ago. I'm 20 right now, so put that into perspective. This book, like the second story in it, is like a part of another book after. The story's alright. I've thought about making a video on it. I don't know if I will. This one is a little longer because it's like an actual full story in the comic book, and it's a book or 3 actually. What more do you need? Finally, we have Batman 89, which is based like after the movie. This is some fun art. This is from Death Metal right here, but we're gonna ignore that and focus on the 89 part of it. I went back and watched the movies last year, and they're fun. Pretty nice movies. You know, I love Tim Burton, and I think he did a good job with the time he had. And there we are. That's part 1, really. I have the other comics right below me, but I'm gonna put it in a separate video, just because, you know, I don't want to make it longer than that. Okay? Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, please. And until next time.